Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Fox. Today I was just gonna go over, I know I made a couple shorts on it, but I think I'm gonna just go over a little bit more in depth of on the boat what I've got done. It's been interesting. I'll say that. So let's just take a little look. We'll go through and I'll kind of show you what I did and my thoughts on what I've done so far. So let's go here. I guess we can start with the trailer. I got it, I don't know, couple $100, 150 bucks. Totally redone it, knocked it off, kind of wire brushed it, cleaned it up, painted it, put new carpet on the run, on the sides, both sides, put new wood, and let's see here. First time I've ever done carpet, so it's not the best, but I'm happy with it. It's seems to be all right. But the trailer turned out really well. Super happy with it. So onto the boat here, we've got the night running lights up front, the front deck, tie-ups on both sides. And in here, I'm not for sure what I want to do with that. Maybe storage, or just leave it like that. I mean, I'd like to do something just where you're not seeing up front, but if I do something here, down to here, I'll carpet it and still use it somewhat for storage. I don't know if I need to spray foam in the front of it yet. Maybe just fill up the underneath here quite a bit with spray foam. It's closed cell that you can get. It's for like for constructions, gaps, cracks, all that stuff. You can use it and it fills it all in. It's closed cell, so it's good spray foam to use for cheap anyways. Down here, it's the front deck or floor. I got 1 inch styrofoam underneath it, 1/2 inch plywood. Then carpeted, and then here it's 1 inch styrofoam, plywood, carpet, and then here I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I think we're gonna just put a little, because there's water runs through there obviously. We may put maybe like a 1/2 inch styrofoam and then a piece of plywood, just kind of keep it off the ground where water still flow. And then I do believe we're gonna put, get close up. We're gonna put hinges on this, so it should maybe work this way, and then get in there for that. So I don't know what we're gonna do there yet. 1 inch styrofoam, plywood, carpet, 1 inch styrofoam, 1/2 inch plywood, carpet. And then on the back deck here, we got the back light for nighttime, and then in here, I don't know if I can get in there yet. We got to put a handle on it. Oh, I ain't got it attached yet. So I got the bilge pump. So all we did, I just put a board, just kind of strengthen that up just a little bit. More than likely I'm going to be setting about right here. Don't know if I want to build this box out here, so it'd be sort of like this. Just give it more of a seating, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. And here I'm going to have toggle switches put in for the lights, bilge pump, and I just put the bilge pump there. And then the back tie-ups, this is pretty thin on the side, and I've still got to figure out what to do on there. I think I've got an idea. We're gonna do, it's a U-channel rubber, more or less like a window seal, but I'm just gonna kind of clean that up, get rid of the screw holes, whatnot. And then back here, like I said, this is gonna be the bilge pump, so more than likely all the water will come back here. I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna put storage there or not. And then here, it's a so the boat's a 1950s Reynolds aluminum John boat. Super cool background on it. You can look it up. I think when I look it up, I think my videos is the only thing it shows on it, but it shows a lot of the brochures that they used at that time for that. So it's pretty neat, just the background behind it. But so the boat is a 1950, and then I have a 1962 10 horse Johnson. Let's see, it's a Seahorse. It's classic. It almost matches it. I think you get any later than that on the motors, they get just super hard to come across, and parts and all that stuff. So anyway, I know these old motors, they're 2 strokes, but I don't know. We'll see how it runs. I've had it started, had it running, and it seems like it does pretty good. So I'm just what I'm nervous about is that the weight with me back there and a fuel tank, how it's going to set in the water. I know I've added a lot of weight to the front, but I've also added weight to the back on top of the motor and the gas tank. So, and then over here, I do believe I'm just going to set the fuel tank here along here, and the battery, that's another thing. I may just slide something up here and build this in and put the battery in there, and just put a clean line across for the wiring back to the actual toggle switches, or don't know yet. And then that's another thing. I got a trolling motor, and it's kind of a clamp, just kind of like the motor is. I don't know if I want any more weight back here, so I'll have to figure that out. I may have to build something for the front, and then have maybe the trolling motor here just on a carpet, a block, like a 4x4 or something here, and then have the trolling motor come up, but it takes away from the front, and the trolling motor is pretty long, so it may come back to here, not for sure. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you a little update on what's going on here. I've still got a little bit more work to do. I'm still pretty nervous about how it's gonna float, but I guess we'll find out when that time comes. I may have to get a smaller motor for it. The actual brochure from 1949 says it has a 10 horse on it. So, and I figured that year the motors would be heavier, and the newer they got, they would be lighter. So I think when I looked this up, it says it's 65 pounds, maybe 85 pounds, not for sure. I know it's one of them two. I think it's 65. Anyways, so I'm just a little nervous about that. I'm nervous about how it's going to float, how it's going to set. I know if there was another person in the front, so I may have to, if I'm by myself, maybe put some weight, concrete blocks, something, kind of help lift the back end out of the water a little bit. So maybe that's what I can use the front here for, is just maybe slide a couple blocks if I'm by myself. Because I think the motor itself will do more than I want it to, probably, on this small boat. It's just 12 by 48. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update on what this is looking like. I'm super happy the way it's turning out. I'm super happy the way it's looking. The work was definitely there. So I'm happy to be able to do that and to get it done. So anyway, I just want to give you a little update on what's happening on the old boat, and then hopefully the next video you see on this boat will be in the water and casting the pole out. So until then, let's get ready for the next one. Let's go.